Hey, what's going on YouTube? Marine X back at it again. Jeremy Siers. I love me some Jeremy Siers. I think he puts out good content. I think that some of the collabs he's done for some of his products have been great. Case in point, I have 4 or 5 pounds of solid brass that I've had for going on 4 years. The patina is mine. Okay, I bought this with my own money. I have 2 copies of Jeremy Siers' man card that is made of brass, and I think he has one that's made of copper as well. I'm a big fan of just the high quality. I got a lot of advice for the man caves that he's put together, on some of the B-roll shots that I've done, pacing for some of my content. I think he's a great dad, all that good stuff. However, the newest product that he just put out with this company called Exclusive, which I think is either a sister company or a subsidiary of Big Idea Design, is a bad deal. I'm going to justify the price, but I'm also going to talk about some things about it that I'm not the biggest fan of. I know a lot of creators are putting out knives, and a lot of them are, when it comes to their designs, Neves Knives just put out the Offender. He also has the Misdemeanor collab that he did with Best Damn EDC is about to drop. I forget what it's called, but it's with Civivi. That thing feels great in the hand. It looks ugly, but it feels good. It's going to be a great buy. You have Metal Complex and his Excalibur, which I think is overpriced. You know, just a lot. Tri-State in the Tri-Stash, which I think is a great knife, good pricing as well. But then sometimes you got to be able to just call out a few. I wasn't actually going to talk about this until I saw a post that he made when he claimed the knife was 100% made in America. He since has moved away from that, but he just dropped a video that kind of leads me to believe that I want to kind of inform you guys on if you're going to make a decision to buy this knife, because I'm not sure if he's still representing it to be made in America. Let's look at this clip.
The largest one that I would consider pocket carry, and it happens to be made by yours truly.
Which, hey, I'm glad that he has the equipment. I've talked about some of the stuff he's put out in the past. So when I saw this, I got a little bit excited. I'm going to show you what I posted underneath his post here in a second.
You guys didn't really think I was going to do a fixed blade video and not pimp out my own stuff a little, did you?
Sir, I pimp my stuff out on my website as well, themarinex.com/products, if you want to get yourself some products as well. Sir, I get you. I feel you.
Come on. We will go over it quickly, though, because there is a limit to my self-promotion. I do have limits to how far I'll whore myself out. This is the new fixed blade that we just dropped last week, the Deano.
The Deano looks pretty good. I think he said he's named after his uncle, according to the product page. I like the micarta on it, the green or the black. I like the blade profile. There's not a lot special about it, and I'm not trying to shit on the knife. I'm just saying that it's Nitro V, micarta, full tang. That's the knife.
Obviously, I'm a huge fan. I helped design the damn thing. I wanted to make a fixed blade knife that was just big enough you could still pocket carry it, a good EDC pocket carryable.
And the only thing I would say about this, I saw some of the B-roll of it in his pocket. I think I would carry this in my back right mag pocket, like a magazine pocket, maybe not in my front pocket.
Knife, but on the larger side, so it was a touch more capable and better for guys with larger hands. Some of you big boys out there have big ass hands and you have a hard time with some of these smaller knives.
Yeah, I concur. Carrying yourself like a little SE or something like that, it might be difficult.
With compact design. Cerakoted and tumbled 3.125 Nitro V steel. Total length is 7.5.
That's why I would say carrying in the front pocket might be a no-go. That's 7.5 inches. But like I said, if you're a bigger guy, bigger pockets, bigger hands, then front pocket might be just fine. 2
different micarta scale options. You got a black and a green. Really nice belly on a slight draw point. Really nice ergonomic handle on it. You can tell by how much I raved about the White Mountain. That
only thing I would say about it does have the jipping on the spine of the blade. I don't know how well that knife is going to be for scraping against a ferro rod to start a fire on the spine there. It looks curved. It doesn't, kind of maybe a little bit more of a 90-degree, but I wouldn't know that really until I get it in my hands.
Ergos are important to me on a knife. Very important. Kydex Sheath also comes with 2 different types of straps. You've got a belt carry for like a scout carry type thing, and we send it with an Alti clip. So,
which I like. Belt carry's dope. Alti clip made in America. There you go. Like, I'm a big fan of Alti clip.
If that's your kind of thing. And also made right here in the good old US of A.
Now, one thing I want to say is kind of rewind at a second. Listen to how he said that.
Two different types of straps. You've got a belt carry for like a scout carry type thing, and we send it with an Alti clip, so if that's your kind of thing, and also made right here in the good old US of A. I have been pocket carrying.
So one thing I will say is the way he put that sentence together is, I can't tell if he was saying that the Alti clip is made right here in the USA, or if he was saying in the knife is also made right here in the USA. And I want to caution about how us creators put together some of our wording, because if consumers buy our products, we want to make sure we're representing it correctly for the sake of a consumer spending their money thinking they're buying something that's made in the USA, because this knife is not 100% made in USA. It is assembled in the USA. We'll talk about that here in a second. But he's wearing trousers that they look like they could be the Vertex trousers. Those are the Vertex LT trousers. So you see he has it in his front pocket. Those are the trousers I'm wearing right now. I would carry it in that rear mag pocket versus carrying it in the front pocket. It's just a little bit too big for me personally, but it does work well with that Alti clip.
Carrying this particular knife for months now, as we went through different designs, tweaked thing to get this just perfect. And I know I am like more than super biased because it's my knife, but we're super proud of how this thing turned out. And this is a really badass, capable EDC fixie meant for hard use. Definitely worth checking out.
Now, one thing I will say is, here's the issue I have with the knife. It's $325. $325 can be justified in a number of ways. This is a small batch. This is a limited run. This is made by Big Idea Design. I'm assuming they're not making a ton of knives. I say they're pumping out 100. The scale on that, you got to pay manufacturing costs. You have to pay for the labor. You got to pay for the Kydex sheath. You got to pay Alti Clip for their stuff. I can understand all of that. $325 is steep for a Nitro V blade steel, and you really are buying this for Jeremy Siers' name, not because of the knife. Because if you want a Nitro V fixed blade that is capable, that's Cerakoted, you can get something from from Civivi, from Buck. Buck doesn't even sell Nitro V, but anybody else who's using Nitro V, or like a 14C28N, or maybe like a AEBL blade or something like that, because it's just no reason. If your need is for a full tang knife, Nitro V, micarta scales, then you can get a knife between $70 and $140 with these specs. The issue I have with the pricing is it's not 100% made in America. Now, I tried to use the Wayback Machine because this website did represent this to be made in America. They just changed it today, based on some advice that I gave Big Idea Design. But if we look here on the page, it says made in America with domestic and foreign parts. This is the exact language I gave to Big Idea Design today to make sure that consumers aren't buying this thinking that it's made in America, because then that will misrepresent a purpose and it opens you up for issues in the future. They also put here, they disclose Nitro V is made in Germany and Austria, which is what I told Jeremy Siers. Now, here's the thing. Nitro V is a steel that belongs to this company called New Jersey, I think Steel, or NJSB. I emailed NJSB and I told them, hey, I'm a creator. I'm putting together a video on knife manufacturing. Can you tell me more about Nitro V? Is it good for to use in the dew of the rain? Is it manufactured in the U.S., Austria, or Germany? I asked the question because I already know where it's made at. So New Jersey Steel Bearing, that's the name of the company. They responded back and says, good afternoon. Thank you for reaching out. Yes, Nitro V is manufactured in Germany and is considered water resistant, so forth and so on. So I sent that information to Big Idea Design, and I let them know that, they may want to change the naming to Made in America, or to Assembled in America, or Made in America with foreign and domestic parts, because the main part of a knife is the blade steel, so that's something that might be important. So when originally, this is the post that Jeremy Siers has on his page. He's edited a few times, as you can see here in the middle of the page, but it does say new USA made fixed blade knife drop is live, Nitro V, Cerakoted, etc., etc. Now, he since edited this because it used to be completely different. He used to say like 100% made in America, like he changed it. But underneath the post, I did ask some questions. I said, good looking knife, but but could Big Idea Design not do Magna Cut or another super steel for that price? Because it is $325. And, he kind of explained that, Magna Cut is kind of over, everybody raves about Magna Cut and too damn hard to sharpen. And he said that this steel cost wouldn't change the price of the knife by that much. The price is because it's handmade here in the USA with USA materials. You could get a cheaper knife, or you can get it made in the USA and pay true craftsmanship for a fair price and skill and labor, but you can't have both. And I said, that's true. At this point, when he said USA, I knew that Nitro V was made in Austria or Germany. I asked him that, or is it 100% made in the USA? And he said, to his understanding, real Nitro V comes from New Jersey, which is where we got this. Every part of this knife, including the micarta scales, is sourced and made in USA, which they may have physically got the steel from New Jersey, but it's not made in New Jersey. So a knife maker jumped in and explained to Jeremy that Nitro V is made in Austria. And at that point, he kind of let us know that he would get an update. So I did kind of respond and let him know that, hey, loving the knife so far. Just a heads up. I got with NJSB, the company behind Nitro V, and their sister company as well. I talked to their sister company in Germany. The steel is made in Germany and imported by NJSB. I also reached out to my government buddies about what defines an item as made in America. Unfortunately, since the majority of the knife is full tang steel, the form, fit, and function of the knife is to, knife stuff, and it doesn't meet the definition for made in America. The description page of the knife has already been updated to what I advised the company, which is made in America with foreign and domestic parts. I can't wait to try it though. I've had your brass ashtray and man carve V1 for going on 4 years now, and I'm sure the knife is going to be great. So I'm just kind of letting it be known that I don't want you to label this as made in America, because people may buy it with seeing your name. They don't know who the hell Exclusive is. Exclusive is owned by Big Idea Design. They see your name, they see the knife, they see made in America, and they just buy it. They don't care that it's $325 when it's assembled in America. It's not made in America. That's why I say that for price comparisons, the price is not fair and reasonable. Now, you can argue to say that this is a small batch run, and the scale that Civivi can do, the scale that Kaiser could do, the scale that Kubi can do is different. But I would also argue to say that, we do have companies that are still doing small batches. They're doing limited drops, and they're beating you pricing wise. For instance, when it comes to Montana Knife Company, all their knives, except for a few, are made with Magna Cut. They're all 100% made in America. They're doing small batch runs in the barn of Josh Smith's property. Like, you can't, so I've tried to find the most fair apples to apples comparison, and their pricing is more fair and reasonable than the pricing that Exclusive is putting out. I push this more on Exclusive than I do on Jeremy Siers. But if you look at this, any of these knives, for instance, one of my faves from them that they just recently dropped, the flat tail, made in America, $300. You could buy it right now. Magna Cut, fits in the pocket, comes with that belt sheath. You can get the Alti clip if you want to spend a little bit more money. But it makes a lot of sense that you buy. I would get a better steel, pay the same price, or get the same steel and pay a lower price. But I wouldn't buy that knife. But comment down below, are you interested in picking up the Deano from Jeremy Siers? Did I miss something here? I think I still want to get my hands on it. If this is your first time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you part of the battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.